and stuff. This is a benchmark 78. We're over the 1800. Michael Maxworthy doing all the form comments today, Maxie. And I know you're pretty keen on the one we're about to start with. Number one, Stuck With You, for Matt Dunn and Ryan Maloney.
Yeah, he's a good size horse, this fellow. I'm not overly concerned about the 61 kilos over this distance, 1800. He'll run that on his ear, and I think he gets a nice run in transit, a soft first half here for Ryan Maloney, and then he'll probably look to get him to the crown of the track. I think this is a very, very winnable race for this fellow. We're down in grade a little bit.
Number two, So Dapper, for John Simons, Sheila Laxon. Jaden Lloyd takes the ride. There's a lot of stats that suggest he'll run a race here today. His track stats, his distance stats, and he's very good third up.
Yes, so some positives there, but how well is he going? His 2 runs back from a spell have been a little bit inconclusive, but if you go on those records here at the track, you give him a chance. He'll be up there on the pace.
We both have this horse running a race at odds. Number 3, Blacklog, for the Scott Morrissey stable. Malia Castle rides. She'll take 3 kilos off, drawn barrier 1.
He's going well. He was beaten a whisker here, 3 back, then wide, and then last start at Ipswich behind Mississippi Prince. He did a really good job as well without a lot of luck. So barrier 1, 3 kilo claim, he can win.
Number 4, Warp Speed, right at the top of the market. Mark Goodwin, Ben Thompson.
Yeah, I think he's got a great chance to run top 4. Since Mark took over the training of this guy, he's placed him beautifully, and he just doesn't know how to run a poor race.
Number 5, Moran, another one for Matt Dunn. Note Tyler Schiller is replacing Martin Harley, who's had some traffic issues getting here today.
Yeah, there are a couple of jockeys in this race that have made it, but only just. But Martin apparently held up in traffic. He should be here shortly. I think struggling a little bit at the moment. I want to see more from Mirren.
Number 6, Scarlet Tufty, Jack Bruce, Justin Huxtable. It's been a long time between drinks.
1,433 days. Look, he went too quickly last start in the lead. One thing about him, he is very fit, and he's more a place chance, I feel, if you're having a trifecta or a first 4.
The 7, Lahiros, for Paul Duncan and Luke Tarrant, led throughout to win over this track and distance last start.
Yeah, never really thought he'd stretch out to this distance, but he did. The proof is in the pudding there, and he'll go forward here, and he does race well here at home.
The 8, Brown Thomas, Billy Healy, Kyle Wilson Taylor. The lugging bit goes on again, and the Norton bit comes off.
He's been a terrific horse over the years. Just happy to watch him today over the 1800.
The 9, Mishani Missile, Kelly Purdy and Damien Thornton. I'm keen on this one.
Second behind a pretty handy 3-year-old Arts Object at Doomben, and he does go particularly well here at the Sunshine Coast.
The 10, Rations, Barry Baldwin and Jake Bayless, didn't have a lot of luck last start.
No, her last 3 can make genuine excuses, in particular latest on Ipswich Cup Day, where she just got chopped out, the total meat in the sandwich. So I forget, got a big pull in the weights over a few of these. I'd be saying she can.
Number 11, Mishani Spartan, Les Ross and Mark Duplessis.
Mixes his distances. He's hard to catch, but on a good day, he could definitely run 1, 2, 3.
And here's the Man Mountain, number 12, Divine Falls, for George Sitek and Samantha Collett. She'll need a ladder to get on.
Oh, he's been cleaning up in the country, the big guy, and he's just out of his depth here in this benchmark 78. There's a 59 rater, but I love the big fella.
Thanks a lot for that, Maxie. Kian Dickens is doing our pick of the yard today at the Sunshine Coast. And Kian, a very even bunch here according to the market. Have you found one in the yard that might look to value?
Yeah, it is a really even bunch. I really like the look of Mishani Missile in the 9. He's 4th up now. He's a 3-year-old, rises in grade but drops in weight. And he's a really big striding horse who covers a lot of ground, so he's more effective when he's out to a big circuit track like this. He looks good. It's hard to tell when he is rock hard fit because he carries a lot of condition, but couldn't fault him. Of the others, I didn't mind the parade of So Dapper and Scarlet Tufty, who hasn't won in a long time but could run a race today.
All right, Maxie, late mail time.
I'm with the one here, Stuck With You, but he's been very, very weak in the market. 9.50 out 3 points, so rather 6.50 out to 9.50. So we'll stick with him, though, on an each-way basis to beat the 10 Rations, 3 Black Log, and number 4 Warp Speed. 1-10-3-4.
I'm pretty keen on the 9 Mishani Missile, 9, 1, 3 and 4. Stuck With You, as you said, very easy. Black Log certainly in your Quinellas trifectas, and the 4 Warp Speed will start just our favourite, I think, over Lahiros and Mishani Missile. But good even market. Warp Speed at 4.80, Lahiros at 5, and Mishani Missile also at 5. All right, they're loading up well here for race number 2. Let's head upstairs to Josh Fleming for the call.
Ali Martin caught in traffic on the Bruce Highway, and Mishani Spartan to go forward and complete the line. So good betting affair here. About 4.80 the field. Red light turned on. Race number 2. All in. Right to run. Racing now. Black Log, So Dapper, Warp Speed, all began well, drifting back and stuck with you. There's Lahiros going forward on the outside. Tarrant very keen to lead, and Lahiros in front now, rolling forward as well as Scarlet Tufty with So Dapper handy. Black Log fourth and fifth out, 3 wide there is Mirren. Between them's Warp Speed. Centrefield stuck with you. Mishani Missiles on the outside, followed by Rations and Brown Thomas. A length and a half, Mishani Spartan. And Divine Falls at the rear. Lahiros in front by length and 3/4 here. Second, So Dapper. Black Log's back nearer the inside and 3 wide rolling forward Mirren, followed by Scarlet Tufty. 2 lengths away to Warp Speed on the outside and stuck with you. A length and a half, Mishani Missile, Brown Thomas and Rations on the outside. Further back to Mishani Spartan and Divine Falls to last of all. So Keen here, Lahiros in front at the 1,000 metres marker. Second, Mirren. Third, So Dapper, followed by Scarlet Tufty. And Black Log the rails. And Warp Speed's over on the outside. A length and a half stuck with you, Mishani Missile. Further back to Rations over on the outside of Brown Thomas. Mishani Spartan still second last. And Divine Falls is still at the rear. So Lahiros down the side by about a length and a quarter here. Second, the outside Mirren. And third is So Dapper, followed further back by Scarlet Tufty on the outside. Warp Speed, Black Log's on the rail. Stuck with you. Followed there by Mishani Missile. And Rations going forward out deeper. And further back to Brown Thomas, Mishani Spartan, Divine Falls after 350. Lahiros in front still. Second, Mirren. So Dapper trying to come through between them. And further back to Scarlet Tufty. Running home well as Warp Speed on the outside. And Rations right down the outside. And Mishani Missile weaving through as well. Out wide, Warp Speed. Nearer the inside, Scarlet Tufty. Here's Rations out wide descending. Rations is right home over the top. Taking over later. Rations is one. Second, Warp Speed. Third, Scarlet Tufty. Followed by Mishani Missile. Brown Thomas stuck with you to So Dapper, Black Log. Further back to Mirren. Lahiros went too hard. Followed by Mishani Spartan. And Divine Falls at the tail.
So there are the placings. Rations getting a deserving victory after having no luck at the past 3 starts. Today, the Barry Baldwin trained mare settled back in the field, and Jake Bayliss has brought her with an uninterrupted run today, right down the outside to get up and score. Warp Speed, gallant as he always is, and then Scarlet Tufty and Mishani Missile.
Bang on, Maxie. Lovely ride, Jake Bayliss. Got her back, got her to the outside. She's got great form here at the Sunny Coast. She's now had 8 starts here and been in the Quinella 6 times. And as you said, Maxie, didn't have a lot of luck last start at Ipswich, but she had the clear air today, and she's managed to gun down the favourite Warp Speed in the shadows of the post to score by about a neck. Scarlet Tufty, another placing back in third, and Mishani Missile winds up in fourth. The numbers there, 10, 4, 6 and 9. 10, 4, 6 and 9. And Barry Baldwin, the winning trainer. He's a wily trainer, Barry, and he's found another winner, Kian.
He has found another winner, and he loves this mare, and I'm so happy for the team.
Yeah, it was great for Lucky. He's had a lot of sickness lately, and really was it was the main thing that won for him.
It certainly was, and she had a beautiful uninterrupted run, and she's got plenty of ability. She's been struck with some unlucky runs and setbacks and things like this, so it's just even more exciting today that she's been able to get it done.
Well, she came in really well in the second start. I think she ran third at Eagle Farm, and then she, on the walker, she got hurt and really injured her hind leg, and it was another couple of months to get her right. She got a bit fat, so then we had to start again sort of thing. And we gave her a barrier trial Tuesday, which I normally don't do, as well as racing the previous Saturday, or the Saturday before that at Ipswich. So, look, it turned out okay.
She's a big girl. All right, well done, Baz. Fantastic job.
Your favourites too.
She is one of my favourites. Well done.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, Barry Baldwin there with a well-deserved win with Rations, the big mare. All right, 10 beats 4, 6, 9 as we head to Kembla.